Will gaming kill you? News reports and video games by the Act Man.
Welcome back, ladies and gentlemen, to ACT News. I'm your host, the Reporter Man, and today I ask the important questions. Are you giving your child digital heroin?
I don't know why.
Is he sitting in a fucking grade school classroom desk? I think he is.
Child digital heroin?
I don't know why anyone would have Fortnite in their home because it is like giving a child heroin.
Do you or a loved one suffer from gaming disorder?
The World Health Organization
Well, it was World of Warcraft before this. Before Fortnite, it was definitely World of Warcraft.
recognized a condition known as gaming disorder.
And does the new Call of Duty actually allow you
to be a terrorist and kill people?
That's right, folks. Our top story of the day is on the dangers of gaming.
What's up, everybody? This is the Act Man here, and today we're going to be taking a look at some of the most interesting news.
I can't stop staring at the button-down T-shirt and the tie off to the side. It's triggering.
Reports on video games. I've done this before in videos like the War Against Video Games and others, but those were more documentary style. This is not. We are going bottom of the barrel, the craziest, most out-of-touch news reports I've ever seen. I feel like it's always interesting to see what mainstream media has to say about video games and what they've had to say about them over the years. Is Fortnite too addictive? How many games put your kids at risk of pedophiles? There's a lot of fun questions for us to answer.
Now, when I first launched my investigation, it was a slow news day. And on slow news days, the only thing the news does is fearmonger. But what was I going to fearmonger today?
It is fear-mongering, but it's also kind of like common sense. Are games addictive? Yeah. Everything can be addictive. Are your kids at risk being abused by older people? Yes. Any game that is online, you have that capability.
Naturally, it was video games. They're too violent, too sexual. They increase aggressive behavior in adolescents.
Players commit gruesome acts like these using top-of-the-line graphics in stunningly realistic detail.
But where to begin? My investigation. Well, I think I found just the right place to start.
The Mid-Missouri Internet Crimes Task Force says adults are now using systems like Nintendo Wii, Xbox, PlayStation, and Webkins to talk to children inappropriately.
That's right. This is the game, and you actually create your own character, house, and even town. And when connected to the internet, you can talk to people across the country. And kids have no say as to what some of these characters say to them. For example, this character could be the man in California police are warning about tonight that asked for images from Missouri children.
What? Isn't that an NPC? I'm confused.
Door timer? Could be. It could be it could be the fucking goose on the left. Could also be her.
And kids have no say as to what some of these characters might say to them. For example, this could be the man police are warning about tonight who asked for pictures from Cyrodiil children.
I cannot come up with any legitimate reason that an adult would be playing that particular game.
No reason. No reason for an adult to play.
Dude, old people? Like really old people? Fucking stupid.
Animal Crossing. Only bad reasons.
Anderson says adults playing Animal Crossing, similar games, are likely doing it for the wrong reasons.
Crime alert. We abuse.
Anderson says it is going to take parents paying attention to keep this problem from exploding.
What you'll find in a lot of these news reports from like the early mid-2000s, like the news tries to frame the most innocuous of things as a problem, when really all it comes back to is just parents knowing what the fuck their kids are doing.
Now, right now, we know that only 3 children have been reported as being involved in this. Anderson says this is not a reason to be paranoid, but is something to be aware of.
While it's not a reason to be paranoid, we are still going to produce a news segment to try and invoke those feelings of paranoia within you. Sponsor time.
Oh,
this
God.
is either the best decision I've made or the worst. Hell of it is, Chief.
Fucking
I'll
used
still be able to buy a pair of the
transition.
Raycon Everyday Earbuds. Raycon's earbuds go for half the price of other premium brands, but they
Hey, Daniel
sacrifice
has
none
these,
of the quality
I
and
think.
sound just as good, if not better. And with over 50,000 5-star reviews, it seems the people have spoken on their quality. They come with optimized gel tips that fit perfectly within your ear, snug as a bug in a rug. And with over 8 hours of playtime and a 32-hour battery life, they're perfect for long road trips, vacations, and my personal favorite, going on runs. And if your parent, sibling, or significant other is yapping your head off about how you play video games 8 hours a day, well, just turn on the noise isolation feature, and you'll tune out all of that garbage. I like to put in the everyday earbuds when I'm doing chores around the house, or if I just want to listen to an awesome podcast. And the carrying case is
I want to over-the-ear earbuds that like stay on your ears and fit form, like fit form earbuds that aren't earbuds. They like wrap around your ear and just stay on top of it. Because I fucking hate in-ear earbuds. It's a, I don't know, maybe it's a tactile defensive thing, but I'm just not a fan.
so compact you can take it anywhere. But it only gets better because if you go to buyraycon.com/actman, I'll give you 15% off your entire order. That's right, click the link in the description and the pinned comment. Order yourself a pair of the everyday earbuds today. And thank you Raycon for sponsoring this video.
And now for something completely different.
Kids can't put it down.
It has lots of graphics.
I tell you, the clips they choose are always the fucking funniest.
It has lots of graphics.
It has lots of graphics.
No wonder gaming gurus predict
Nintendo DS is going to redefine portable handheld gaming the way iPod is redefining music.
well, stop the music. Because it's also redefining how vulnerable your kids are to child molesters.
God! How? Explain to me how you arrived at this point.
Along with the game capability, Nintendo DS comes with a feature called PictoChat.
PictoChat? PictoChat?
Well, let me explain. You open the DS unit, you turn it on, you push PictoChat, and your DS unit is an open book. Anyone can write your child messages, send them sketches, anyone who has a DS unit.
The only reason anybody ever used PictoChat was to draw penises and send them to your siblings as you both giggled in separate rooms. Any other use of PictoChat was illegal.
Here's an example of what can happen. With Melanie and Marissa upstairs in the bedroom, I was downstairs sending them messages. What's your dog's name? What's your name? Where do you go to school? Where do you live?
You fucking creep. Where do you live?
What are you buying?
Where do you live?
In this house that I'm messaging you in?
What are you selling?
Marissa's mom was watching as Melanie and Marissa answered my questions, and she didn't like what she saw.
Especially when I saw Melanie write in the address.
+2, 4, 5.
Granted, the girls knew it was me sending the messages, but they'd only met me minutes before.
And I could have been a child molester.
And remember Marissa chatting with her friend in the other car? That means a molester driving along could see your child in the back seat and start sending messages while you're in the front seat, totally oblivious to what's happening.
Oh my god. Who the fuck is driving and like trying to join PictoChat lobbies? The logistics of that alone make my head spin.
Well, I mean, also like they don't bring in the context of like you have to like know the person, know their lobby. Like it's not as I don't think it's a near distance thing, is it?
A Colorado family is looking for answers tonight after they say the Nintendo gaming system they bought for their 5-year-old had porn loaded onto it.
Best console intro song or sound ever, by the way.
Brighton Giles had wanted a Nintendo 3DS all year.
Wait, was it a 3DS that had porn on it?
When Santa brought it to him, he was ecstatic, but yesterday morning, that excitement turned into horror. When he turned on the gaming system, he found pornographic pictures on the gaming system.
How does that even... I'm so confused. Who puts porn on their 3DS? Can you even do that?
I said, Dad, this DS has porn on it. And I handed him the DS and he just got up and walked right to the phone.
I feel so bad for this kid. Honestly, I probably would have done the exact same thing. I probably would have been like, oh my God, Dad, what the fuck? I don't know what this is. And then you got people filming you and like they're putting it on the news and it's like, tell us about the porn you found.
The dad's crying.
I don't know if you guys caught it, but I'll play it again.
When Santa brought it to him.
Santa. The gift was from Santa. A DS with porn on it. So not only did this kid experience some traumatic shit, but he probably hates Santa now.
His father first called GameStop where he bought the system. They told Giles that the images were from a previous owner and they weren't caught before the refurbishing device was sold.
See, who the fuck puts porn on the 3DS and then trades it in? Moving on.
Think of all the security dangers we've exposed involving online games and interactive sites. This one tonight is different.
I'm so ready.
ABC 15 investigator Joe Ducey takes us into a fake world, creating real problems for one local family.
He was so upset. I mean, he was just heartbroken. I mean, this was his whole Christmas.
She's talking about real money lost in a virtual world, a world set in
oh my God,
medieval times.
RuneScape.
Oh my
fucking
God.
Support on RuneScape.
It's where an 11-year-old like Timmy Easter of Gilbert can act like someone much older, catching shark.
Every shark you catch,
It's worth 1,000 coins.
Oh man, this has not aged well. Looks like the stock price of sharks in RuneScape has gone way down.
Fighting enemies.
you killed him?
Yeah.
You killed him? Yeah.
He spent years gaining a high level in an online game called RuneScape. Timmy and his family recently learned this virtual world is full of some real-life dangers.
He said, excuse me, Hellslayer, can I speak to you for a moment?
Oh my God, is this like 9-year-old kid? And his RuneScape name is Hellslayer?
That's what I was like
in just
thinking
minutes,
too.
Timmy's password was hacked, stolen. His account with all these points and belongings emptied out.
It's your items.
Did he call the police? I think they called the police. I guess this was like the early days.
And to have someone steal it without hesitation, it's just wrong.
Let's have a moment of silence for Timmy and so many others whose
Rest in
RuneScape
peace,
accounts
all the sharks.
were hacked. Thank you.
You may be thinking, who cares? It's just fake points in a make-believe world.
I care, Joe. I care.
Then at Christmas it was coming up and I told everybody, all the relatives, give him cash.
Grandmother Claire Kephart says Timmy received and spent $140 real to buy virtual swords and armor.
What an awesome grandma. Give him cash so he can pay his membership fee in RuneScape. What a G.
Attorney General Terry Goddard has another concern.
They brought in
the
Attorney General on this story.
The sinister part of the people, the adults leading the 11-year-old to another site, is the adults leading 11-year-olds to personal contact.
Oh, yeah.
Okay, so funny story. This one time me and my brother met someone on RuneScape and we asked them if they knew where our elementary school was. And we agreed to meet them. And I was in the 3rd grade, my brother was in 6th grade, and we left a note at home saying, we're going to meet this person we met online. We're going to Ben Franklin. We left that for our parents, and we were about to leave, and my stepmom came running down the door, so like, you are not going there, like freaking out, and I couldn't understand why, because I was so innocent at the time.
Last year, a Dutch court took virtual crime seriously, prosecuting 2 teens for stealing imaginary items on RuneScape.
There was a court case for that? Oh my God. Let's move on.
So you can see right here, I'm getting ready to serve. All I do is throw that ball up in the air, and when oh, geez, and there goes the tennis
God.
Oh my God, dude. So many TVs and mirrors and controllers were broken during the Wii times. I remember we got that the day the Wii came out, and we threw that fucking remote so quickly. I'm surprised we didn't break anything.
I didn't have it on there all the way. Make sure that your accessories are definitely latched on all the way. That's not a good idea. And by the way, the little Wii remote, do you like that?
You like that?
The little beaver. Do you like that?
And now we're going back to the 90s, when Pokemon was really starting to take off. Pokemania, they called it.
Be forewarned if you haven't been already, the hottest thing in the 12 and under set is coming soon to a theater near you. Pokemon the movie joined.
Fuck yeah, I went and saw that movie in theaters, man.
Please tell me there was nothing involving Pokemon and sex scandals. Please, God. There's no way. There was no internet connection.
I still got my Ancient Mew cards. Let me go find them. Boom. Check that out. That was the sweetest thing in the world to me as a kid. Check out that sick
It's like what, 10, that's like what, $10 right now?
So what exactly is a Pokemon? Cute, cuddly characters who become supercharged so they can fight their enemies. But some experts say the entire Pokemon...
Is it really about violence? Are we gonna go with violence or gonna go with like animal abuse? I got animal abuse for 500, Alex.
Pokemon phenomenon is the enemy. But some experts say the entire Pokemon phenomenon is the enemy.
I love you. Let's be best friends and destroy the capitalist American government.
In my opinion, parents should not let their kids watch Pokemon, play Pokemon, buy Pokemon cards, have anything whatsoever to do with Pokemon.
If that was my mother, I would have hated life as a child. Seeing all my buddies playing Pokemon and like my mom is the only one that's like, nope.
The nicest memory I have about Pokemon is like on Halloween. For people who don't know, maybe this was like only a thing where I lived, but for people in my area, like family members and like parents for some reason were giving out booster boxes, like Pokemon booster boxes on Halloween. So we go door to door and we get booster boxes for Pokemon on Halloween. We came home that day. By the way, I lived in a shitty neighborhood. I don't know how the fuck this happened. We must have found the rich part of town or something. We came home and we had like 30 booster boxes to open up. Me and my friends. My friend Alex and my sister Jessica. We just all got down and we started opening up these boxes. And I remember specifically that I ended up getting a holographic first edition Snorlax. I know that all those Pokemon cards are gone now, and now that I know that how much they were worth, it's like, God, how the fuck am I so stupid? But honestly, like that's like one of the nicest memories of Pokemon from childhood.
You can't. It's dangerous, violent.
Because the message is violence.
The message in Pokemon
violence.
is violence.
Called it.
Wait till Call of Duty comes out.
But many parents disagree.
It's really, I think, an okay thing for the kids because they learn to save their allowance, to budget for it, and they learn to trade and be kind of reasonable with their friends.
Finally, a parent that talks
There
some
we
sense.
go.
I almost feel like this Soul Report was the inspiration for the Chim Pokemon episode of South Park.
The American government lies to you. Join the fight for Japanese supremacy of the world. More to come.
Like, their satire was spot on.
Many school officials think the craze has gone too far.
Am I the only one who misses Fat Pikachu? Write in the comments if you miss Fat Pikachu.
School officials are finding that Pokemon cards are responsible for fistfights, and the constant trading is not only distracting kids from classwork, but turning the playground into a black market.
Hey, Timmy. I'll give you a Blastoise for your lunch money. I feel like back in the 90s and early 2000s, all of these news reports, it was like fear-mongering around children. Because it was still like somewhat new to parents, and they didn't know what to think of it, and the news was right there to be like, hey, this is how video games and Pokemon are fucking up your child.
But that psychiatrist who had that quote last, that how bad Pokemon is, I guarantee you these people haven't seen any of the cartoons at all. They have no concept at all.
This fucking guy. I love this guy.
The GOAT.
Psychiatrists don't know a goddamn thing.
Iro, how do you answer the question? Is this just toy collectibles? Is it a movement? Is it a craze? Is it a state of being?
It's a craze for little kids to enjoy themselves with. Adults are not going to get into this a lot. I think through the holidays, guaranteed, and I can probably guarantee you there's another year and a half to this craze.
Little will they know that this generation, the one they're talking about right now, would grow up insatiably in love with Pokemon. And to this day, are in love with Pokemon. And the new people who watch and play Pokemon are all old people. Because everyone in their 30s and 40s now are fucking like absolutely in love with the first generation and still play Pokemon to this day. And Pokemon is no longer for kids.
It hasn't even peaked yet.
It appears it lasted a good 24 years and is still going strong, actually. What else we got?
Call it Pokemon Pandemonium. As the map-based game explodes in popularity, players are flooding into public spaces, creating some problems.
Pokemon Go was a problem. I think Pokemon Go was pretty awful.
Jenny Latimer discovered a memorial plaque for her son became a Pokestop, where players earn rewards.
My God. Oh, I don't know whether to laugh or cry laughing.
In Vancouver, James Roy created a sign to stop players from trampling his garden.
3 nights in a row, we had people ask.
Yeah, this shit was like actually a big deal. Like for that first year that Pokemon Go came out, like this was like a non-stop thing. I like hearing reports about this all the time.
And sort of trying to get in through the other gate of our yard, and you know, I thought, well, like, you know, we have kale here. We can't have that like stomped over and stuff.
That is probably the most Canadian thing I have ever heard. All right, what's next?
New alert from the World Health Organization about video game addiction. The organization is now designating gaming disorder as a mental health condition.
Gaming disorder. Michael Strahan, what the hell?
I mean, like, okay. I don't know about mental health disorder as much as it is an addiction. Can we all just agree that addictions can be anything? Like, literally anything? A video game can be an addiction. Like, drinking too much can be an addiction. Smoking too much can be an addiction. Like, gaming is an addiction. You can be addicted to this. Like, let's just accept that.
What are you doing on ABC News? Talking about gaming disorder?
Some saying it's about time we recognize the intense pull of video games, given the science that shows there could be some addictive nature to them.
Some.
No, there is. There's no could be. There is, guys. It's common sense. Endorphins. You get a reward. Like even more so now. I mean, games are basically gambling machines. That's just the truth. That is like just the most true thing I've ever said.
Addictive nature to them. Just a little.
Could be some addictive nature to them. This morning, the World Health Organization raising a red flag. For the first time, adding gaming disorder to their list of addictive activities, likening it to substance abuse and gambling disorders.
It might be fine to give this its own classification, but just like the phrase gaming disorder, it's just so fucking funny. Well, to be fair, I probably got gaming disorder. Every news report, everyone that talks about like video games and the dangers it has on children, you can always boil it down to just parents should be involved in their kids' lives.
Anderson says it is going to take parents paying attention to keep this problem from exploding.
And recommend talking to your kids.
As a parent, there are some things you can do to protect your kids.
So what this does is it forces parents to be parents.
Hello, moms and dads.
There we go. There we go. Forces parents to be parents.
What's your job?
Your kids are going to play games. Play it with them, you know, so that you can really be there to answer questions and help them through that.
And, you know, it's not always the kid with the problem. It may be the parent with the problem.
You know, I mean, you have to be involved in what your kids are
Yeah, I mean, like, these are just all really good takes.
looking at.
It's up to parents to control what their kids are seeing.
It could be a growing addiction, potentially stunting the development of children. One doctor uses the term digital heroin.
It was only a matter of time before we equated gaming addiction with hardcore drug abuse.
They say he won't stop, can't stop playing video games online.
Fucking intervene in his life, man. Tell him, get your ass off the computer chair, go outside. That's what my parents would
do. Just unplug that shit. You can't be addicted if you got no fucking game to play. Get the fuck out. Leave.
Do? Like I said, man, it always comes back to like just parents being involved.
What's a typical day in Josh's life?
Sleeping until 11, 12, and then he would be on until like 1, 2 in the morning.
12 hours.
How's his grades? That's what I care about. Are his grades good? I mean, if his grades are good, then what does it fucking matter? Thank you for the point donation. Appreciate it, man. Have a good day at work.
Easily.
He's
Good.
12.
Yeah.
Instead of enforcing any kind of rules or discipline on our child, what did we do? We went straight to ABC News.
But why didn't you just take the computer away? I don't understand.
Exactly.
Great question.
Because when we did take it away, there was a lot of problems in our house with this behavior.
I don't have a child, but I mean, you know, my parents took my consoles away when I did bad shit, and you know, there were problems for a bit, but it's like, they're my parents. What am I gonna do?
You have used the term digital heroin. Really? Digital heroin?
I love this fucking reporter.
Is it that bad?
Yes, because I'm a fucking idiot.
Al and Christina are wondering if Josh's brain can give them any clues as to what is wrong. So they take him for a functional MRI.
Jesus Christ, dude. I would hate my parents after this. Are you fucking kidding me?
They're taking a fucking brain scan of this 14-year-old kid who plays video games too much. Just take this shit
Crazy,
away.
dude.
His theory,
Yo, what's up, Panda? I think
is
it's
that
Panda.
excessive gaming may change brain activity.
It's
Josh's
one of you
brain
three.
scans
Or
are
two, sorry.
troubling.
We've seen this type of neurological deterioration in gamers who prefer to play Call of Duty Vanguard.
There should be much more activity.
There should be more red.
There should be more red.
What else
Oh, okay. I couldn't tell because you weren't on your account.
we got?
Are the words PlayStation Portable going to end up on your kid's Christmas list? PSPs are good, clean fun, right?
Yeah.
So why are they also known by the name PlayStation Portable?
Why is this a trend? First it was the DS, and now it's the PlayStation Portable. We just like putting porn on our fucking mobile everything. Does everything mobile have to have porn on it?
We don't want to spoil anybody's Christmas, but there are hidden dangers parents should be aware.
Dude, you're streaming game development? Let's fucking go! I can't wait to watch that. That's exciting.
Where up?
We don't want to spoil anyone's Christmas, but there could be porn on your child's video
Could
game
be
console.
porn!
Portable gaming devices are all the rage, with a generation of teens convinced.
First it was the DS, now the PlayStation Portable. Coming to you this fall. Be prepared, your kids will have porn.
Their parents they're a must-have.
Oh, hell yeah, dude. Playing Battlefront 2? Yes. Yeah, buddy. That's the right footage right there. That's the perfect footage.
Inside.
Am I the only one who like just didn't play PlayStation Portable? I thought this thing was fucking bad. Actually, I think pretty much everything after the Game Boy for me, I just said, nah, I'm good. After the Game Boy, I just didn't play portable games anymore. Hell, I still don't play. I have a Switch, and that bitch has been docked 100% of the time. I have never undocked it. It stays right here, right next to me in this little slot, and it doesn't leave.
Is a high-powered computer that with a Wi-Fi connection can access the internet.
Parents want to watch their child on the internet in the kitchen, in the living room. But with this, you can take it anywhere.
And that opens up Pandora's box.
What is that?
Did you see the Nazi? Is there a Nazi symbol? What the fuck is going on? What even is, dude? People back in the day, actually probably still now, are wild. These fucking posts and articles are fucking wild.
What is happening? How to build a bomb? Ku Klux Klan? Oh my god. That went from 0 to 100 so fast.
A Minnesota boy got into trouble when he brought his PlayStation Portable to school.
This is an incident that has opened our eyes.
On a dare, Jeff Harris showed his friends how his PSP could display pictures of naked women.
And that kid was the hero in middle school. I like how they said that on a dare. That is just perfect.
Porn isn't the only danger out there.
What is?
Hatred, violence, and the means to carry.
Wait, so the PlayStation Portable could just get on the internet? Is that what this is about? Am I tripping? Like, the PlayStation Portable could just search the internet, right? That's what this is this is what this is about. So it's not the PSP, it's the internet connection, and you can do that. Oh my god, dude. Oh my god, when the internet was young, people were so fucking stupid. I'm so happy that people just know now. Yeah, no, the internet has internet. The internet has porn. Yeah, I mean, your kids can get on the internet anywhere, and you have to be careful. What the fuck?
Carry out Deadly
It's
schemes
the
can all
PSP,
be
man.
accessed through gaming devices with an internet connection.
White power websites. What kind of fucking teenager is going to those, dude?
I want to know, like, what reporters' like initial idea was. I'm gonna go Google the most crazy thing I can think of. I know. Let's Google white power.
It means you might not take iron crosses all over a website as a warning sign that you should immediately leave. And if you don't leave, you might start reading and buying into hateful ideas there.
The greatest danger of all may be a child predator posing as another.
You used your PSP for porn too? Oh my god, they were right. It was an epidemic. Learn your game. Oh my god, Panda. Oh no, you were corrupted.
Gamer.
Every single one of these, man, it's all the same. And why do they have RuneScape footage? Could you actually play RuneScape on a PSP? That would have been pretty sick. Oh, this is a classic right here. Mass Effect sex scandal. Sex bokes? New video game
Wait,
shows.
why the fuck is SE? Am I tripping? Why is the SE in quotes? SE bot Xbox.
Digital nudity and sex.
I'm
A new
dying.
role-playing
I'm dying.
video game that is leaving nothing to the imagination. Mass Effect is what it's called. It's made for Microsoft's Xbox system.
They thought that shit was clever too, didn't they? They put the quotes around the SE and were like, ha, look what we did.
And it features in some parts of this, you'll see full digital nudity. Imagine.
Hell yeah, you will. Yeah, that's why it's a masterpiece, baby. I'm pretty sure like 90% of the clips I gathered are from Fox News.
And the ability for the players to engage in graphic sex, and the person who's playing the game gets to decide exactly what's going to happen between the two people, if you know what I mean.
Isn't Mass Effect like rated adult or like MA? It's MA, right? Mature audience. If it wasn't, that was a problem. It should have definitely been. It should have definitely been that. It's like not registering MA for like, I don't know, Grand Theft Auto. It should definitely be registered right. It's M rated for sure. Yeah, okay. Well then, if it's M rated, then there's no issue. Your dumbass shouldn't be giving your 13-year-old kid fucking Mass Effect.
What? Press X to thrust? Is that what you think?
It sort of cracks me up whenever I hear a company say that, you know, there's all these controls in there that you can monitor the time, and you can, you know, but basically the Pandora's box is open.
Let's talk about who the
Oh
video
my
game is
god,
for. It
I
might be
still
for
can't believe
adults,
it.
But if you look at the statistics, who is playing video games but adolescent males, not their dads? So that's the first thing. The damage is this.
What? My dad was a terrible guy half the time, but man, I'm telling you right now, he played video games.
We know that all the research shows that violence has a desensitizing effect. Well, sexuality does too.
No, it doesn't, you dumb cunt.
And here's how they're seeing women. They're seeing them as these objects of desire, as these, you know, hot bodies. I mean, they don't show women as being valued for anything other than their sexuality.
They have never played a Mass Effect game, do they? I feel like most people who write about sexualization in like video games don't even know what the fuck half the stuff happens in a video game. Like some of the best character development and best characters written are the female characters in these games.
And it's a man in this game deciding
Fully thought out characters, yes, exactly.
how many women he wants to be with.
Jeff Keighley is going to ask the question that I want to ask.
Hell, Jack is like easily the best, like one of the best female characters I've ever seen in a video game. I love her.
And it's going to be really funny.
All right, let's get Jeff in on this.
All right, that's
go ahead, Jeff.
completely incorrect.
Hell
it's completely
yeah.
incorrect. First of all, you can actually play as a man or a woman in the game.
Let's go, Jeff Keighley!
Cooper, have you ever played Mass Effect?
No.
That's it.
What
That's
a
all you need to
goddamn
know.
legend.
That's all you need to hear. We can move on to the next segment now. You like how she's doing this like full-on report, and she's so sure of what she's talking about, but she's never played the game.
Cooper, have you ever played Mass Effect?
Look at him. He's so sure of himself. He's like, bitch, have you ever even played the game? Stop talking about shit that you don't even know what the fuck you're talking about.
No.
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 Well, I think what's interesting about this, we talk about, sexuality in the media. One of the great things about Mass Effect, for people that have played it know this is a sort of a choose-your-own-adventure story, and it doesn't force you down any situation. You can actually play through this game without the sexual situation ever happening.
Right, and the
inside
young boys
game.
are going to be choosing not to have sex. That'll be what they'll choose.
What?
I mean,
no,
let's be
because
realistic
it's not
here.
a simple choice, but Cooper, it's not a simple choice. You don't turn to the game and says, would you like to have sex or not?
I love that Jeff is like shilling for Mass Effect on this Fox News segment, and this lady who has never played it and doesn't know what the fuck she's talking about.
Oh my
is
God.
acting like she's all high and mighty.
It's just like,
I mean, like, to be honest though, every news anchor or news reporter that gets on a show like this, it's like their job to be the antagonist. Like, and every time there's a discussion, it's never really a discussion. It's one side versus the other, and the reporter always plays the one who is the bad guy, or the opposite. So it doesn't matter what situation that is. This is how it always goes on these things. So yes, she's ignorant and doesn't know what the fuck she's talking about, but she's also playing the thing that she's supposed to play, I guess.
like modeling your life, and I think that's a much more powerful form of media.
Darlin,
to
I
be
gotta
able to
go with
play
the
through a game.
research. And the research
Darlin.
says there's a new study out of University of Maryland right now that says that boys that play video games cannot tell the difference between what they're seeing in a video game and the real world. If they-
University of Maryland is full of fucking idiots. Dude,
True.
even as a 3-year-old playing Mario 64 and Pokemon Red and Blue and StarCraft, I knew the difference between real life and what I was seeing on the screen. Gotta go with the research. Did you just call him Darlin? Oh my God, you're unbearable.
The
Fantastic game, and sex is a small little part of it.
All right, thank you very much to Jeff and Cooper. Let's go around the panel really quickly and get your thoughts on this.
They gave him like 1 minute to discuss this before moving on. Come on, Fox.
I mean, it was a little. I mean, I think they both thought it was ridiculous, to be honest.
We gotta cut him off. Jeff is speaking the actual truth of the game. We gotta cut it off, and we gotta go with our narrative.
An adults-only rating. That's the highest rating that it can have. So first of all, this board that rates them needs to have their head examined. And this made me feel old watching this. What happened to Atari and Pinball and Pac-Man?
God, you are old. You are so old. You are even older after this clip.
Be careful here. Let's face it, there's all kinds of bad stuff coming through the internet, through video games, and the reality is, I would argue, that the government cannot and should not censor everything coming across the web and in video games. At the end of the day, it's just like Chet said, it's up to parents to control what their kids are seeing.
Finally, someone.
Every single time we talk about anything like this that's controversial, it's like, yeah, it's the parents. All comes down to the parents, guys.
On Fox News talks some sense.
Brianna is describing the first time she accidentally stumbled into a strip club on Roblox.
And that's where we're gonna call it a day. But hope you enjoyed the video. Leave a like if you did, and subscribe to The Act Man for more awesome content. Don't forget to order your everyday earbuds and use my code to get a special discount. Reporting live from ACT News, this has been The Act Reporter, signing out.
Definitely follow and subscribe to The Act Man if you haven't yet. We watch his videos all the time on the stream, so make sure you do that if you love them, if you like them. We're going to come back in a second. We'll play some Elden Ring, and I'm looking forward to that, because we did some off-site grinding. Not a whole lot. I went and explored, got the maps in several areas. We'll have a good time with it. We'll be back in a few minutes. Be right back.